Hello witchy people, we are on to folio number 5, not Mamba number 5. I don't know why I just said that. It's been a long day. I'm trying to get some light here and it's not happening. Okay, so for folio number 5, what I've decided to do on all these folios is all the front covers of these are going to be navy blue, plain navy blue, and if I have a belly band here or a pocket, the pocket will be patterned or the belly band will be patterned. That's why I have these. Okay, for this side, oh, I wanted to put a flap on, didn't I? I might put a flap on, I'm thinking about it, because that'll kind of keep it in. So what I have done is I have measured a piece of paper that is 4 7/8 by 7, and no, that's not right. Yes, it is 7 7/8. 4 7/8 by 7 7/8. That's just to bring it a little bit, so I've got a black border around the edge. Then what I did was I marked from the top 4/5 of an inch down on both sides and drew a line to join those up. So I've got all these slits 4/5 of an inch, just over half an inch apart, and 4 inches across the middle, and these are for these. So these are simply 4.5 by 4 inches, and they're scored half an inch, so that when I fold that back it's a 4 by 4. Okay, on all of these you don't need to mitre them, it's entirely up to you if you do, but on all of these, on which way was this folded? That was folded that way. So on the inside flap, just here, I'm going to stick a bit of sellotape. Now I don't want it to go over the score line, and I don't mind if it goes over this side, to be honest. What have I done with my little, there it is. So you do that to all 7. You need 7 of them. Well, you need 14 of them. You need 2 of these and 14 of these. Next, it's quite simple. So this is what I call a hidden waterfall, simply because you hide all the waterfall bits. This is the most difficult part. So through each of these little slits that you have, you're going to put one of your 4.5 by 4 papers. Now I like to start from the bottom. You don't necessarily need glue for this. It sometimes helps, but not always. So you get this all lined up and ready and folded. It's easier if you do them one by one and don't stick them all in, to be honest. So you now need to put this down where you want it, so it's nice and straight and nice and even, nice and level. Turn it over, and then I popped it through, didn't I? Take off your tape backing. Once again, the glasses are on top of the head instead of on the eyes. Right, so I'm going to peel that back slightly. Measure it up again. Oh dear. Right, need that to come up slightly that side. It is a bit of a kerfuffle. It's easier. I mean, you can forget with the lines completely and then just do your folio where you line up. So you have one and you glue it down, and then the next one you line up underneath that one, and then and you do the same. I just don't like to have everything on show. Let's try that again, slightly. I just want it even. That's even. I'm going to take off this bit of tape, make sure that's down. Now when you finish doing this, you can do it before. You can put sellotape down the edge. I'm going to use a really strong double-sided sticky tape to stop these edges from going any further when I've finished. So you make sure that that first one looks nice and straight. Take your second one, line it up with your first one. Take off the little bit of score tape or double-sided tape, whatever you're using. Temporarily stick it down. So you've moved that one. So this is why you don't do it all together at once. I think there might be someone at the door. Or the dogs are playing up just for fun. Apparently broke the tape backing on this one. Wondered why it wasn't sticking down. Come on. There we go. That tape's gone down a bit too far on that one, and that one's ripped already. Okay, so I'm going to carry on doing these, putting these through, because I've already ripped that where I've been a bit rough, which is why you want to put tape down there. I'm just going to put tape there and there for the moment, just while I finish doing it. Right, I'm going to carry on doing this, hopefully not make too much of a hash job out of it. When you've finished doing it, you've got to really burnish these down, both closed and open, and then they kind of start going up and down a lot better. Right, I'm going to put this on fast forward, I think. Oh, when you get to the last one at the top, it just hooks over the top like that. Right, number 3. Okay, I was just about to press record then realised that it's already on record. So there it is. All I have to do now is stick this into here. My only other choice is, do I want some sort of closure for it? No, I don't. I'd rather have a flap across here. So I'm going to put a flap here, the same as I have done on other. Totally lost today. So I'm going to put a flap on here. I am going to stick this down here, and I'm going to stick this down here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same to the back and have the waterfall here and a flap here and the blue there. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And there'll be a bigger flap here. So when I've stuck it all together, because I have messages to reply to suddenly, yeah, when it's all stuck together, and I'll be back. Okay, folio number 5. Apart from the charms in the front cover, I think this one's done. So they are going to be quite plain, these. So flip it open, you have the flap, which I've reinforced with the blue card on here. You have the waterfall here, and that's 7, I do believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you have the booklet piece here, has got the blue on as well, so it kind of flows slightly, and that's exactly the same at the back. So yeah, that's folio 5, almost complete. Now on to folio number 6. We are on to folio 6, and in folio 6 you're going to have a pocket, and inside the pocket you're going to have a little, just a little flip book, another little folio, and I've got a small gusset here just in case I need it, which is about the width of that ish. And if you don't want that gusset there, you don't have to put that gusset there, you just don't score it. Okay, so folio number 6. For each side you will need, these papers are 9 centimetres by 7 3/4 folded in half. I then have a piece that is this is the full width UK size A4. If you don't have to have it this long, but on this A4 it seems to be done at funny angles. I'm going to score it 4 and turn it round, 4 and 3/4. And if you want the gusset, you score it at 9 3/4. If you don't want the gusset, you just score at 9.5. Round about 9.5. Let's see. I want a little bit of a gap, so I want it about there. So I folded it in half, and I'm scoring it round about 4 and 7/8. Well, that was clever, wasn't it? Round about 4 and 7/8. Oh dear, 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 dear. It's been a long day. It's been a very, very long day. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that back now. I don't often fold it. I like to fold it against the against the score line. Okay, so you've got your piece of paper, and when you fold it you should have a little bit of a gap. Okay, next you want to, now I made a little so I'm just trying to see which way round is best. Oh, I don't suppose it matters. So I made myself a little template, and I found the easiest way to do this is you line up your book. You don't have to have a template, you can just that looks really wobbly. You can just pop the holes, you know, by eye. And so on my template it is the full width, so it's 8 centimetres here, about 4 centimetres in the middle I've got a hole, and then 1 inch from each end I have a hole. So I'm going to push that all up, make it all nice and tight and in the centre, and then simply, for some reason it's not going through, simply when it's all tight and you've got it where you want it, poke a hole through the middle, and then poke a hole this side and poke a hole that side. So you've got your, because you only need 3 holes for this. That is that bit. And of course you will need 2 lots of this because you're going to do both sides. You will also need two pieces that are 4 and, well, I've done this at 4 1/8 sort of. It might be 4 1/4, but it looks like 4 1/8 by 9 1/4, and I am going to score at 1/2 inch and 8 1/2 inches. That looks way off, doesn't it? This only needs to be 9. No, it doesn't. This is 8 1/4, isn't it? Pretend you haven't seen any of that. You will also need this piece of paper, which you will score at 1/4 inch and 8 3/4. Going to turn around and do it on, no, I want to turn around and do it on this side. Sorry, I am faffing slightly, but I've got glue on the other side and I don't want to show. So at 1/4 inch and 8 3/4, so that it's at 1/2 inch score line at each end. And I need 2 of those. Quarter of an inch, 8 3/4 inches. Wasn't that a lot easier? Fold, fold. Now I'm doing it in this order because I want the page to dry before I put my pamphlet in. So grab what will be your pockets, mitre the edges. What I should have said was make sure they fit nicely into your, because you don't want it to go over the edge. This one's good. Mitre these edges too. And because this is going to be used so much, I am going to be using tape and glue. It would probably be right with just glue, but I wouldn't use just tape on such a pocket that's going to be used such a lot. So next it will be tape. Don't need a lot, it's just for an extra little layer of protection, an extra little layer of strength. Right, this tape is a little bit too big for this, so I've let it go over this edge, and I will just fold that back. Next job is, this one's a bit smaller as well. So this is what I mean by roll the tape back. I'm going to take off this tape backing, and it's slightly over, so I'm just going to and roll that back. Well, it did focus for a second there. You might have been lucky. This one. Roll it back. This one. Roll that back. Okay, now I want to put on, I want to make sure, this is going to seem weird, I should have kept the tape sides of that on first. I want to make sure that this that the bottom goes on first. The reason being, it makes it easier to get the pockets in. Yeah, it gets, no, not the pockets, it makes it easier to put things in the pockets if these bits are closer to the back than these bits, these bits. So I'm going to very carefully line this up as best as I can. And do that. Then I'm going to make sure that these are in. She says not on camera at all. So then I'm going to make sure that these side bits are in. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this up, and it should fit perfectly. It does. I'm going to do the same to this side. Pockets done, leave to dry. bring back your pad thingies. You are going to want about 5 times the length of your book. I wish I had thin ribbon. I think that would look really, really pretty, but I don't have any thin ribbon. So I'm just using nylon thread, the same as the black thread that I used, but in a white, creamy white sort of colour. Thread my needle. Starting on the outside of the folio, go in through the middle. I do believe this is called a pamphlet stitch, but don't hold me to that. And you want it about, you want to leave about 3 widths of your book. Right, so through the middle into the centre, centre hole. Then you're going to go, choose up or down, it doesn't matter, you've only got 1 stitch. You're going to go through that right the way through to the outside. Then you're going to go right the way down to the bottom, or the top, the opposite side of where you've just sewn, and go through all of that. Now this, you want to go back through here. You've got to try not to catch the thread, because you don't want to catch the thread and split your thread. So this one, this string is this side. I'm just coming through the middle and I'm putting this string this side. What I want to do now is realise that it should have been 4 lengths of the book. Now I'm just going to play around until I think I've got about the right. So that they're sort of the right length. That's not even close. No, this one. Da 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 da. Yeah, you want these about the same length, give or take, preferably. There we go. So you want them roughly the same length. Make sure this is pulled nice and tight. And as I say, you've got one end, one side of this middle string, and one side the other end, coming out the other side of that string. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot, or 3. That's it. And then you can tie this around as you wish. I just want to snip those ends nice and neat and give them a quick singe so they don't fray. And what I might do at the end is put a little paper circle on it, like 2 back to back, to make it look pretty, using some of the spare paper. Hopefully our folio is dry now. We can only hope. And it should slip in nicely, she says, hopefully. Oh, got that caught. Down to there. and in it goes. So I'm going to make the other folio, and then I'll be back to show you number 6 finished. Last folio flip thingy bobby finish, just plain. I can pop it in the back of my book. Like so, and that's folio number 6, apart from decoration, all finished. So I'll be back soon with folios 7 and 8. Until then, bye for now.